Fran says he challenged you as far as getting offensive rebounds. What was that conversation like, and how did you apply it tonight to get 6?
He just pretty much told me that 0 was unacceptable. 1, whatever I had, was unacceptable. So, I agree with him, obviously, and so I just wanted to attack the basket a little bit today, and I'm still missing opportunities, but I think I did personally a better job offensively on the glass.
Did this feel like the Michigan game to you all over again, or not? It's a little different.
We just lost the game, to give you the simplest answer. Whatever we did wasn't enough to win the game. So.
Frustrated with the 2 early fouls, and how that impacted your overall game?
I was always frustrated when you get in early foul trouble. Obviously, like I just said, I was frustrated, but when I got to the bench, my guys kind of encouraged me, so I was able to kind of stay locked in and keep encouraging our guys. But obviously, that is frustrating to run out of the game with 2 fouls.
Fran doesn't usually put his guys back in 2 fouls, and put you back in there, give you extended minutes. Did that alter how you played, or did you just go out and play the way you did?
I just went out and played the way I normally played, and that was actually a thought that went through my head. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't, play tentative. If I picked up a third, then it is what it is. But I'm no good if I'm not playing the way I know I can play when I'm out there. So I just want to come out and be aggressive, and thankfully I didn't pick up a third for the second half.
What leads to not seeing much change from Tuesday to tonight?
I don't have an answer for you. It's a great question. I wish I had an answer for you, actually. We just didn't do enough to win tonight.
Can't go back, but how do you keep this from snowballing from here? You guys are kind of in a hole now.
Yeah. Just get back in the lab tomorrow and try to be better. That's the only thing we can't do moving forward.
Fran touched on it a little bit on just the consistency aspect of it. How much is that lacking?
Well, obviously it is lacking, enough to we lost these 2 games related to the same reason, really. To a man, we weren't, fired up enough. We didn't take enough pride, and doing what we had to do to win the game. And to give a ton of credit to Ohio State, those guys really came out here and they balled today. Base Diab, all the other guys that they came in and they did what they know they could do. So a ton of credit to them. They took us out as what we wanted to do, and we let them do what they wanted to do.
Big Ten losing streak is a product of growing pains.
I wouldn't necessarily say product of growing pains. I'm never gonna. I don't think any of us on this team are gonna say being young is gonna be blockage for us to improve and have a losing streak like we have, but I think it's just playing as one and trying to compete as best as possible. And we didn't hit some shots here or there, and we didn't get some stops here or there, and it would have been a different game.
How do you kind of explain just that consistency difference between a game like Tuesday and tonight to the 5-game winning streak?
Yeah, it's going to start right from the start of the game. We need to come out, and it always helps when you go on a little run to start the game and just kind of, always the saying is start fast, finish strong, and that's something we need to start taking to heart. We have done it in the past, and we just have to try to keep working every day, and that's the thing. We just can't get down on ourselves when things aren't going our way. We just have to keep pushing forward.
What is the pulse in the locker room? Are you guys down?
Anytime you lose after a game, you're going to be down on yourselves, and I wish I would have done some plays differently, made some more shots. I'm sure everyone's saying the same thing, played better on defense, and you're always gonna have that after a game. But where great teams are made is what you do after a loss, what you do after adversity gets thrown in your face, and obviously it's been thrown in our face quite a bit this year. And we're never gonna ring out a season that's over. It's never gonna be. We can't still accomplish what we want to accomplish, but at the end of the day, you have to just keep your head high and move forward the next day.
How much are you missing a guy like Pete in those times of adversity, whether it's on offense or defense or just being a leader?
Yeah, obviously I love playing with Pete, first off, just because of how much of a great leader he was, and you always love when you're a point guard, you have a shooter like that. You can throw 2 meters, you can hit a 3. But what he brought to our team last year was huge for us, obviously, and really spaced the floor. But at the end of the day, we can't really look at that and say we can't accomplish what we want to accomplish, because obviously he's still not here, and we have a lot of pieces this year that we think we can put together and still do what we want to do.
This was a lot like the game the other night where you started pretty well and then they went on a long run. How do you guys stop these long runs from happening to you in the first half?
I think obviously you want to make a shot on the offensive end. That's always the first thing you do when there's a run. You want to try to get a good shot, and a lot of that starts with me. I got to know when to go, when not to go. That's what Coach says to me all the time. And when they're on that run, I probably could have called a set. I probably could have done something differently and avoided that run as much as possible. So a lot of that can be put on myself as well.
Fran said that there's a group within the team that you guys want to get your shots. You want to be in there, even though the offense typically runs through Tyler. Just your thoughts on that? Maybe sometimes pushing too much.
Yeah, I think on any team there's always going to be a group that wants shots. Obviously we have a lot of shooters on this team, and a lot of their background is we were obviously any Big Ten player. You're the guy in high school, so you got all the shots in high school. You got all the shots in AU. But obviously when you get to this next level, everyone's that guy, and you got Keon and everyone. And I think that's something we're learning, that it's going to take some balance and some things to get used to. Obviously we want to play through Tyler. He's our best player, and we want to get as much shots to him as possible. And we need to get Zay going when he's cooking. And like I said to him, a lot of it starts with me and trying to find the right guy when they're going at the right time. And hopefully moving forward, I'm able to start doing that.
What leads to not seeing changes?
Even tougher to get out of this, or are there good aspects to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a challenge for us. These next 3 games on the road, and we understand that. But at the same point, it's the Big Ten season, so we know we have a lot more opportunities to get better and to improve. But it's got to start now.
Where's the frustration level at this point? I mean, you guys, you're close. You play well in stretches, but you can't you have lapses where they.
I mean, we play hard in spurts. We play well in spurts, but unfortunately, we haven't been able to put it all together on these last 2 games. So. We just keep trying to stay the course. We understand it's a long season. There's going to be ups and downs, and right now we just got to stem the tide and turn it our way.
Did you feel like you put together that 5-game winning streak? Did you kind of feel like you guys were past the playing in spurts thing?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, there were still times in that 5-game win streak when we had some lapses in concentration, but overall, I thought we played really well there. And unfortunately, these last 2 games we haven't. So, I have a lot of confidence in our guys, and continue to have confidence in our coaching staff that we're going to be ready for these next upcoming games.
What do you guys need to do to play? I mean, everyone says you got to play better defense. What do you actually have to do to play better defense?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a matter of continuing to sustain that effort. We understand our coaches do a great job giving us scouting reports, and they really give us a lot of detail and information, and it's on us as players to go out there on the floor and execute. So unfortunately, that execution hasn't been there these last few days or these last couple games. So, but I have full faith in our team that we'll be able to get a few wins on the road.
You've been on, a lot of teams, even as a red shirt, that had kind of a bell cow. Aaron White, a few years ago, you guys were 6-6 in Big Ten play. Then you went 6 straight. He really forced the will on your team. A couple of years ago when you had Utah and Gazelle and Woodbury, even last year with Pete, it was kind of that way. What did you learn from them, and how did they do that? How did they galvanize your team, locker room, on the floor, to execute at a higher level? And are you guys capable of doing that as well?
I think we're definitely capable of doing that and playing at that level. Being on teams like that and seeing how those experienced guys prepared for games. I think there's a lot of lessons we can learn from that. And I think something that strikes me about all those guys is how professional they were, how they handled each game, and how they came out prepared, ready, and focused. So I think those are a few things that I could definitely take away from that.
Thank you.
Was tonight similar to Tuesday? Did it feel the same, especially in that first half when the opposition goes on a big run?
Yeah, I think it felt the same in the way that we needed to lock in the most. We failed to do that. And I think that's the most upsetting part of this. And everyone in here hates to lose. We're not going to keep letting this happen. And something's got to change in the will, because I know these guys in the locker room, and we're going to change what we need to.
It seemed like you guys had better energy tonight. Was it more an execution thing tonight than it was on Tuesday?
I don't know. I think, like I said, when we needed to lock in, when we cut that lead to 5, defensively and offensively, they started to pressure us more. And we really needed to lock in at that point, move the ball around, because we just got them on a couple, quick hitters, and at that point that we needed to lock in the most, I think we didn't capitalize on that. I think that was our issue. All that, you compare game to game, but when we get to that point, we got to capitalize on that momentum, and we failed to do that.
Thanks.